Big change may be coming to the weight loss medication industry. Novo Nordisk says it will offer its popular medication Wegovy to telehealth companies. The company also says it's making Wegovy more affordable for those paying out of pocket, but it's still over $499 a month. The move could be a game changer for many looking to get access to the weight loss drug. Executive Vice President of U.S. Operations at Novo Nordisk, Dave Muir, is here with the details for us. Dave, thanks for coming on. I want to unpack this a little bit. What does this mean for people who either already use this medication or have been wanting to try it, but maybe have had some barriers along the way?
Yeah, thank you so much, Diane, for having me on. We're really excited to announce today that Novo Nordisk is partnering with telehealth providers. That's Hims, Hers, Ro, and LifeMD. And it really means three things for your viewers. And that is that we understand increasingly that people living with obesity are accessing healthcare in telehealth. And we, Novo Nordisk, we want to meet patients where they are and make sure that we have the option to have Wegovy available to them wherever they seek care. And lastly, we want everyone to know that Wegovy is fully available. All doses are available, the real Wegovy, in our real pen, whether it's at a pharmacy or through these new collaborations with the telehealth companies.
That said, $499 a month is still a lot of money for most people. Some of these telehealth companies are also adding a $100 monthly subscription fee. Why is it so expensive, and what's being done to try to bring that cost down?
We think that working with patients to understand access and affordability concerns is one of the most important things we can do. Certainly in America, there's over 55 million people that have access to Wegovy through their health insurance. And most of those patients will pay between $0 and $25. But we also understand not everyone has coverage. And for those people that don't have coverage, we made NovoCare Pharmacy a new initiative a few weeks back where we can have Wegovy available for cash-paying patients at $4.99. That's all doses, all strengths, $4.99 a month. And that now has the ability to connect with their telehealth provider.
But you'll still need a prescription for the medication.
That's correct. You will still need a prescription. Wegovy is a prescribed medicine for weight loss. And whether that is at a physician's office within your community or through online telehealth, you'll need a prescription.
Now, I noticed you said the real Wegovy. Telehealth companies have made millions aggressively marketing compounded versions of your medications. So why are you collaborating with them now?
The time is important because a few weeks back, Wegovy was removed from the drug shortage list. And at that time, it made compounding Wegovy illegal, except for rare circumstances. And now that we have built up our supply, and we've invested extensively over the course of the last year to ensure that we can supply Wegovy to all patients. And now is the time, as compounding starts to wind down, that we're in a place so that people can transition to the real Wegovy, the real semaglutide GLP-1 for weight loss.
Now, do you have any assurances that they'll stop selling these compounded versions now that the FDA has said that it should end because of the shortage?
We feel confident that the FDA will enforce the rules. And that is, after May 22nd, compounding in a mass way is deemed illegal by FDA, except for rare circumstances. And we think that that is the spirit of the collaborations and the fact that there is a real need for patients to have access to the real medicine.
Telehealth is convenient, but there's potential serious side effects when you're talking about GLP-1. So what do you say to concerns about taking that in-person office visit out of the equation?
Of course, with any medicine, side effects can be a concern and should be discussed with your healthcare professional. But that healthcare professional may be in an office or it may be through a telehealth provider. And what we've learned through the patient journey, people living with obesity, which is not an easy thing to live with, is they are seeking care through telehealth in a way that meets their needs. And I think that care option is a really important one and something that is growing in terms of popularity as well.
Do you see this expanding beyond just patients with obesity?
I think there's a potential there. I think there's an opportunity for people that are living with chronic diseases to understand what their options are and where they may be able to seek care. And I could see it expanding as well.
All right. Executive Vice President of U.S. Operations at Novo Nordisk, Dave Muir. Great to have you, Dave. Thank you.